blowing up, they all want the pics, but VIPs know that TrackGabe's the fix. Other shows, static, this one automatic. We're cashing in motion, call it racetrack magic.
Really enjoying the trend here. I mean, the Jersey Shore.
I've done the Arizona heat, and then I'm a Florida guy, so I've done the Florida heat. And I always say that if I had to compare the two, if you're in Florida, you know you're getting ready to pass out. In Arizona, you just pass out, and you just...
Podcast. Now here's your host, TrackGabe.
Let's start off the show with a prayer for Tyler Connor. We still don't know what's going on and the extent of his injuries, but this guy's a real good guy, real good jockey. I've always been a big fan of his. He's always been kind to me. He's been a good friend of the group. He answers questions. He's just a really, really good guy, and one of the last people I'd like to see hurt. I hope he's going to be okay. I really do. When I heard the news, I was at the grocery store, and I just friggin' stood still for 10 seconds. And then I started almost tearing up because, I feel like he's a friend of mine. I met him briefly when he was riding here at Santa Anita. But, him and I have, corresponded over, DMs and mostly on the group. And he's just a really good guy, and just, it tells you what these jockeys have to go through. Now I feel really bad talking bad about jockeys because, they risk their lives for our entertainment. And I know they get compensated for it, and I know they know the dangers of it, but still, man, that's a tough gig. Almost every jockey has a few major injuries in their career. So, and Tyler, he's such a good, talented young man. It breaks my heart to see that this happened to him. I mean, really, he's a really good kid and a really good jockey. I've always said he was very underrated. When he rode here at Santa Anita on the West Coast, I enjoyed betting him all the time. And a lot of people here liked him. He just didn't get any good mounts, and I understand why he left, and the purse money and the, less race days, started happening over here. I was sad to see him go, though, because he was one of my guys. I'd like to bet him, and he wouldn't get overbet like some jockeys do. But, let's pray for him. Let's pray for a quick recovery, and let's hope that Tyler Connor's going to be all right. It looks like a long recovery ahead for him, but, it looks like he's, going to be okay via, his brain waves and so forth, but I don't know how he's going to be able, C1 break. I mean, I'm not an expert on this, but it doesn't sound good. I know he's got a broken nose as well. More details are going to come forth. I'm just at a loss for words here. I don't even know what to say anymore. Just God bless you, Tyler, and get better, and we'll be thinking about you nonstop. On Saturday at Del Mar, all eyes are going to be on this one, Brant, and race 4 on Saturday at Del Mar. Now, if you look at this horse, they paid $3 million for this horse, and let me tell you, this horse has been the talk of the town for a very long time. I know Baffert is really high on this horse, and the barn is really high on this horse, and I knew about this horse before it even had a name. So the hype on this horse is supposedly legit. Supposedly this is a Derby horse who's getting ready to roll. We haven't had hype like this in a very long time, so let's see how Brant does. It's Saturday, race 4 at Del Mar. The post for this race will be about after 3:30 Pacific, so 6:30 on the East Coast. So it'll be a long day of fun over at Del Mar. I'll be there live, and I'll be showing you this horse via video as well. So I'm looking forward to Brant. Been hearing about this horse for so long, finally running. Actually, we've just been calling this horse the Gun Runner, the $3 million Gun Runner. You know, and the talk of the town is that this, or the rumor is this horse is really legit. So we'll know on Saturday. He's got another horse in there, Balboa. They'll probably run one too. But anyway, let's see what Brant does. I'm expecting a big run at 3-5. 3-1 morning line's ridiculous in my opinion. I think the horse will be more like 3-5. Anyway, let's see what's going on, and we'll talk about this performance on the next show.
If you're unsure how TPIX works, it's a very powerful data-driven system developed by TrackGabe that incorporates over 50 unique angles and performance metrics. It uses a blend of AI, advanced algorithms, and Gabe's own personal proprietary weighting system. Each factor, such as jockey, trainer, multiple speed figures, and 50-plus specialized angles, are analyzed and scored to produce a final number that highlights top contenders and identifies long shots. What sets TPIX apart is its adaptability. Gabe understands that each track behaves differently, and certain angles or statistical trends carry more weight depending on the venue. The system is fine-tuned for these nuances, ensuring that every score reflects the reality of that specific racing environment. Countless hours of research, trial, and refinement have gone into building TPIX before making it public, and the results speak for themselves. Contact TrackGabe if you want to see how TPIX works for your favorite track.
Hey Gary, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Good to see Gabe again, the Wizard of Del Mar.
Can't wait for Del
to
Mar.
see that.
Can't wait for.
Hey, are you ready? Are you ready? Gabe's best bet is coming up.
What's up, Del Mar Saturday? I really like the number 2, Cayucos, 5-1 morning line. Lightly raced filly. She has some upside too because she's only raced 3 times. She won like a really good thing in her debut, and then that was followed up by a 3-5 bomb in her second race, which was followed by a long layoff. So obviously something went wrong in that second race, and you could count the third race as a prep for this race. She's got a nice inside post. If she breaks good, she could find herself on the lead and maybe sneak away and win this race. She has a really nice workout pattern. Also, with very good works, especially for Mr. Mandela. I think this horse has a big future. I think she's a good horse. I think she found a field that's very beatable, and I am going to make her my best bet on Saturday. 5-1 morning line, Cayucos at Del Mar, race number 3. Nothing wrong with horse racing is that we allowed Southern California to be an island. If you look at it right now, the closest track, major track, is Oaklawn, and that's 1,700 miles away. I mean, look at all these tracks. They're all 2,000, 3,000 miles away. Little Santa Anita and Del Mar are on an island here. And the West Coast needs to be in the mix. It needs to be in the ecosystem. For the turf racing, if anything. You got to have turf racing, especially during December and March. You ain't going to have that back east with all the rain and snow. So I don't like how West Coast is in an island. I really, really, really hope the West Coast could survive long term, because I really think racing would really suck without having the West Coast in it. And of course you're going to say I'm biased and so forth, but you know what? Maybe I am, but I look at the big picture. And I know a lot of East Coasters who love West Coast racing. My friend Mike Whitney, all the TVG hosts that are back east, they will all admit horse racing needs the West Coast. So that's all I got to say. That's another thing I don't like. Do you like long shots? I sure do. Here's TrackGabe's long shot. What up, guys? I got us a good long shot this Saturday. I really like this one. It's in race 8 at Saratoga. It's number 8, and it's 8-1. Notice the trend here? Nonetheless, the last race, this horse went too fast early and went 22 and 44. That's way too fast. And it was off a long layoff, so it wasn't fit enough to withstand that. Anyway, this trainer is a second time out off the layoff trainer anyway. 29% off that move. It's got a nice outside 8 draw. And this, I think this horse is going to run real big because he's got nice workouts since that race. And this horse always gets bet as well. Every time this horse runs, he gets bet. But I think we're going to get a good price today. So I like number 8, Sir Cartwright, 8-1 morning line. We're going to get a nice price because of the bad effort, but there was an excuse because it was off a layoff. Let's make that money, baby.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to join Live and Breathe Horse Racing Group on Facebook. We have over 9,000 members. Join now.
Phone blowing up, they all want the pics, but VIPs know that TrackGabe's the fix. Other shows static, this one automatic. We're cashing in motion, call it racetrack magic.